Hey there, White DPC. It's your boy Cosmo, Cat Dad Piper. Hope you're having a great day wherever you find this. Just ran a couple quick errands and came out. A little rainy outside, but I thought it'd be a good time to have a pipe. I think the rain's mostly behind us. So grab yourself a pipe, pack it with something you like. Feel free to let me know down below in the comments what you're having and what you're sharing with me. As for me, I've got my Forever Blue Stem Molina Pisa pipe, packed with a new tobacco that's becoming a favorite of mine. It's Lane Limited HGL. I got it hoping it would be a cult conspiracy match, but stay tuned for that. That's another video. But let's share a pipe. See if the matches will work. Been trying to keep the matchbook out of the rain. Fought the wind and the wind won. Which there wasn't a breeze out here 30 seconds ago. For just my luck. Nice rainy day pipe. Need one more light. Hopefully I'll take care of it. It's kind of a quiet rainy day out here. Didn't accomplish a whole lot today, but went out and got myself a Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. I'm just using this thermos to keep it cold. The Zero Sugar Mountain Dew might be my favorite soda lately. Don't get it that often, but when I do, it's so good. It's a vast improvement upon Diet Dew. Which I used to enjoy the Diet Dew. But since they came out with Zero Sugar, Diet Dew just tastes like trash. This is a wonderful blend. Light to medium latakia. A little hint of vanilla. Even though I don't know that it's supposed to have any topping. But again, that's another video. What did it say? Hopefully tomorrow I'll go up to coffee, do some crochet. Hope to finish my new final version bucket hat in what's called a retro stripe. So if you start seeing that in new videos, well, you might start seeing that in new videos, I should say. I like it. So far, I do them about 2/3, 3/4 way done with it. So I also want to make a new pipe stock for me out of the retro stripe, because I've got one pipe stock in my new design. But I made it about 2 stitches too small, or I made it 2 stitches smaller than I normally do. It makes it just a little tight to get 2 pipes in. At least the pipes I'm putting in it, including a 320. Of course, now that I lit a pipe, it's starting to drizzle a little bit more, but it's okay. I'm not melting away, and if I do, I could use a little melting. Went to the doctor the other day, which I always hate doing. I have a very nice doctor, and things always go smoothly as far as doctor visits could go when I go, but until I get there, my anxiety just, I've got white coat syndrome. Still tweaking my blood pressure meds, but blood pressure's probably the best it's been in, well, this year probably. I found out that I'm actually down 12 pounds over the past 2-3 months, and down 40 pounds since a year ago, so that's good news. Obviously I could lose more, but I'm not really trying and losing weight, so that's something. I joked, somewhat jokingly, somewhat serious, been eating a lot more beans than meat lately. My doctor, she got a chuckle out of that. The good news is I don't have to go back till December. And I'll just see how my adjusted blood pressure med does, and do an annual thyroid check. And I was kind of like, December's 4 months from now? It's crazy. I don't know where this year's gone. Of course, it helps that we had a pretty mild winter here in Iowa, except for about 1 week or 10 days in February that were absolutely miserable. Ended up having to jump start the car, and then got stuck about 2 feet out of the garage into the driveway. Neighbor helped dig me out, and then I got stuck about twice going up the alley and to get to the main street. Kind of hoping we'll have the same fall and winter that we had last year, which is actually really nice. I remember last year, Christmas Eve, going over to my aunt and uncle's for family Christmas. And it was raining, but it was about 55 degrees. It was like October out there. Seems like as a kid we always had snow from about Thanksgiving until February. So I'll take 50 degrees and rain. But it doesn't quite feel like Christmas, though. The only time I want snow is maybe 1 to 2 inches Christmas Eve, starting about midnight through Christmas morning. And then New Year's Eve into New Year's Day. Other than that, snow can stay away all it wants. Just give me some festive snow. What else? Oh, I've been looking for shows to watch. There's a new final season of The Umbrella Academy out on Netflix, which I need to get into, but it's a short season, and last season kind of started off rough and kind of ramped up, so it'd be interesting to watch it. It's a good show, but not my favorite. Kind of gotten out of the superhero genre, except for Deadpool. But I think Deadpool's more of an action comedy than superhero. Started watching a new show. It's kind of a twist on the Great British Bake Off, but not as good. It's like an Americanized version, and it's based on the idea of taking place like at a fair or state fair, which Iowa's known for having a really good state fair. Which is going on right now, and except for a little rain, they've had really nice weather. The 2 times I've went to a state fair, it was super hot, super humid, like mid 90s, 100% humidity. And you're miserable after about 20 minutes out there, and you're miserable the rest of the day. But I'm not a big state fair fan. The 2 times I've gone were for concerts. First time that I'd ever been, we'd never been, so we did the whole day long state fair and then ended with the Bob Dylan concert. And the second one, we just went to Des Moines, which is where the state fair is. Got a hotel for overnight. Went out to eat at a restaurant for dinner. And then did a park and ride, which dropped us right off at the gate near the grandstand so we could go to the concert. Which the park and ride's great because it's free. You just have to park like at one of their locations, which I think the state capitol is where we parked. But then they have city buses that pretty much pick up about every 15-20 minutes, and you just have to be able to hop one of those, and it's like it was either like, I don't know that it was free, but it was maybe like $1 or $2. And then the return trip's free because they figure you're already paid to get there. Otherwise, you want to park at the state fair, you're lucky to get parking on grounds and probably pay $10 or more, or end up paying $20-30 to park in somebody's yard. There's a lot of residential housing not too far from the fairgrounds. And I think pretty much every house makes money by having half dozen cars park in their front yards. They can charge $20, and if they do that, you know, say 10 cars a day, and do that for a week and a half or 2 weeks or however long the state fair runs, make a pretty nice little sum of money. Now, you might have a dead grass, but on the other hand, you don't have to mow your yard either, so it's kind of a double win. I think part of the reason I'm not a big state fair fan is it's like a large version of what we have in town called National Cow Congress. And I went to that a ton growing up as a kid. We would always do an educational field trip there, it seems like, in grade school. And I'd usually go on that Saturday with my parents and see the different vendors and animals and music and whatnot. And my uncle kind of manages the ground, so he'd always tell us the best place to park, stuff like that. Get a little behind the scenes sometimes. But as an adult, I don't really care for it. I don't want to spend $6 on a corn dog and $5 on a lemonade. And deal with a bunch of people in the warm weather and bugs. And not in the market to buy a Whirlpool or a John Deere tractor. Or a water filtration system. Seems like they are always out there trying to sell those. But as a kid, it's a good time. Seems like it was always in September, like right after school starts up. So it's kind of like a one-day vacation after a start back to school. Anyways, now they've gone on a Contra Challenge, I'm watching this Blue Ribbon Baking Championship show. Hosted by Jason Biggs, of all guys, who, if you don't know who that is, he was the main actor in the American Pie movies. If you're not familiar, in the first film, he basically makes love to an apple pie, we'll put it that way. Kind of launched the early 2000s crude teen comedy series of films. But I've got one episode left. There's 4 people left. And one of them includes somebody from Iowa. So, kind of cheering her on. And she's in the final 3, and I think she's got a good chance, because Iowans, we know how to cook. We had somebody last year on the barbecue showdown on Netflix, I think season 2, when that was from Iowa. Somebody from Iowa won last season of Master Chef. So we know what we're talking about. But not that I'm a good cook, but there's a lot of them out here. Which reminds me, since my dad's been gone 5 years and don't have any grandparents around, and my mom's been gone since 2011, it's amazing how much you miss, like, home cooking, homemade baked goods. I need to go to a local farmer's market because I've been craving some homemade banana bread, zucchini bread. Oh, if I could find a rhubarb crisp. That's a good rhubarb crisp, like my grandma and mom used to make. That is top tier dessert, right up with tiramisu and carrot cake for me. I think my pipe's done, but if you're enjoying yours still, go on, keep enjoying it. That was kind of a lightly packed bowl, and I kind of puffed away at it as we're talking, but glad you could join me. Hopefully the weather's a little bit better where you're at. As always, thanks for watching. God bless, and we'll see you soon.